92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody has their move when they're trying to get attention from somebody they think is attractive. I know for me, my move has always been called the waterfall.
Whoa,
I'm guessing
fancy.
you named it and call it that yourself.
Yep, anytime I see a lady that I think is attractive, I just open up my mouth and let the drool fall out all the way down my chin. The waterfall.
Yeah.
Trust me, it works. They might not realize it at first, but you follow them around for 15 minutes with drool falling down your chin, they get the hint pretty quickly that you think they are attractive.
So weird they give you attention.
And the guy on the phone today for a second date update told us that he used his patented move in order to get a date with the girl that he wants to call today. What's up, Michael?
Hey, how's it going?
Michael, I'm already kind of cringing because anytime someone says that they have a patented move, it usually means they're pretty douchey.
I don't know. This is pretty good. I think you'll like it.
Oh,
Not
you do?
douchey.
Tell us what your move is.
Well, I was at a mixer with a couple buddies of mine, and we were kind of bored just there and kind of looking around, and the talent wasn't that great, but there was this one girl that
Talent.
probably the hottest girl in the room, and they were saying that there was no way that I could ever get her to go out with me.
Okay, because you were obviously not the hottest guy in the room.
I wouldn't say that. So I took what they said as a challenge, and I basically started waving to her from across the room.
Smooth.
And
Like frantically?
He's not done yet, guys.
no, I mean, not frantically. I was just sort of like waving like at her, like I kind of knew her, and
Okay.
other people started to look at me, and they were waving back, and I was like, no, not you, or you. I was like trying to get the hot girl's attention.
Nice.
So I keep waving at her, and she finally was like, who, me? And I was like, yeah, come on over. And so she walks on over, and she's like, can I help you? And I said, oh, I thought you were someone else.
Oh,
I like it.
Yeah.
yeah, and then you get talking.
Yeah, then you start up a conversation right there.
Exactly. I introduced myself. My buddies behind me were kind of like laughing and kind of patting me on the back. And
God.
I was able to ask her out.
Okay.
And
Nice.
yeah, it worked. And yeah, we went out for dinner and we got drinks and we had a really great time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it since she's not calling you back.
Yeah, about that, like, I think there was one moment. So, okay, we were at dinner, and, like, we're pretty far into the date, and a buddy of mine happens to be at the restaurant as well, so he comes over, and I introduce him to her, and I actually don't remember her name for that moment.
Oh, no, man.
Worst case
Yeah, and
scenario.
I'm doing the thing where, like, you know, I say his name and maybe he will ask her what her name is, and it doesn't happen. And
I hate it when people can't pick up on that cue. You're like, this is my friend Joe. Joe, this is... And then,
Somebody help me.
yeah, and
Joe's
he didn't help
supposed
you
to
out.
say, I'm Joe. What's your name?
What is her name, by the way?
Deanna.
Deanna.
You
Sorry to put you
sure?
on the spot like that.
Yeah. I won't forget now.
So wait, I mean, if you called this girl and set up a date, how did you forget her name?
I don't. It just kind of blanked on me for a second. I guess I was just blurred by her
Okay.
hotness. I don't
there
know.
you go.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that she noticed that you didn't remember her name.
Yeah, for sure. She just actually stared at me for a few seconds and just let me sweat it out.
That sucks.
Kept the awkwardness.
At least she was. She seemed like she had a good sense of humor about it.
Yeah. She was playing along.
And I want to give you a hard time, but it's so hard to remember people's names.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, what was the mood like after that moment?
It was pretty good. She kept calling me the wrong name for the rest of the night, so that was kind
That's
of her
funny.
way.
I like her.
At least it turned into a joke with you guys, and she didn't just get
Yeah.
mad and walk out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how did everything end with whatever her name is?
Deanna, I drove there and I actually asked if she wanted to ride home, and she actually said she had called an Uber, and she went home that way, and that was a little weird because I thought everything was great, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but some girls don't want to like open the door to having you come into their house or she doesn't know you that well.
That's true. So now it's been, about 8 days or so, and I haven't really talked to her. I shot her a text a couple times, and, haven't really heard back, so.
I feel like if you have an awesome date like that and you have such a great time, why wouldn't you call her that night or the next morning and just say, hey, I had such a good time?
I mean, I feel like there are, rules around that, right? That
No, every girl likes that. I'm telling you. Nobody wants to wait for a text that says, hey, you want to go out again?
Maybe you're right. I probably screwed that one up as well, and hoping you guys can help me.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can do it. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Great.
All right, man. Just hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Oh, names. They're so difficult. Especially when you're out on a date and you can't remember the name of the person you went out with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been 6 years working together, and you still forget mine sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's why anytime I've ever gone out on a date, I never call them by their name. I just play it safe, and I give everybody the nickname Stinky Pants. Hey, Stinky Pants!
Yeah,
So excited to be out with you. This is my friend Stinky Pants, everybody. I've never gotten a lot of calls back, but at least I didn't screw up their name like Michael did, who's on the phone to do a second date update right now. He met a girl named Deanna at a mixer with his bros. They actually dared him that he couldn't get a date with her, and he did. And then they went out to dinner, and he ran into another friend. And when he was trying to introduce her to his friend, he forgot her name.
Oh, man.
So he thinks that's the biggest thing that did him in. We're going to get her on the phone right now and find out.
Now, you're trying to get a date because you actually really like her, not just because you want to prove to your bros that the date actually worked out.
Definitely. We had a really good time. We had a lot in common. I think there was something there.
Okay.
Well, I'll dial her phone number right now and see what she has to say, okay?
Thanks, Stinky Pants.
No problem, Stinky Pants. See? It's catchy.
It is kind of
All
catchy.
right, let's give her a call.
Hello.
Hey, Stinky Pants.
Excuse me?
Hi, is this Deanna?
Yes.
How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What? Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I think I've heard of you once before.
Okay, cool.
So
Awesome.
it was positive.
Oh.
Well, the reason I'm calling you today is because one of our listeners actually sent us an email about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Michael.
Michael. Oh, Michael. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you have heard of him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's another
So,
Got a motor.
That's more of a concern.
concerned.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for helping to interpret your language.
So, Michael sent us an email saying that he took you out on a date, but now you're not getting back to him for another date, and he's wondering why.
Maybe no.
He did, yeah. He wants to know if maybe he did something wrong on your date.
Did something wrong.
Did you like Michael?
At first, I mean, that's the reason why I went out with him, but I'm curious what he told you, actually.
Well, I'll tell you. He said that he met you while you guys were at some mixer or something, and then he took you out to dinner. He said you guys had a fun time. He thinks the only reason that you're not calling him back is because he forgot your name while you guys were out.
I mean, that did happen, but, it wasn't a huge deal to me. It was something totally different, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like you took it in stride and made fun of him the rest of the evening.
Oh, he told you that, did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had fun with it.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was like, good move on your part.
Yeah, I definitely had fun with him on that part, but
It sounds like you don't like him very much.
I'm not the biggest fan of him right now.
Why?
Oh.
Why I don't like him? Well, did he tell you that he Facebook Lived our whole date?
What?
What?
I don't understand what you even mean by that.
So you know how you can Facebook Live video?
Yeah?
So he had his buddy that was a couple tables away Facebook video our entire date.
What?
Really?
Like some creeper was sitting a couple tables away from you recording your date and you didn't know.
I didn't know until I went on his Facebook page and
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I saw that he was tagged in a video and that I was in it.
Oh my God.
So you got to actually watch and recap your date on his Facebook page then.
Yeah, the full recap.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
How many people were watching?
I don't know, hundreds maybe.
Oh my God. I
Wow.
would be freaking out. How have you not called him and read him the riot act, man?
I was better to ignore him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to call him up and leave it on his voicemail or something because I can see the internet too. Everything could with him.
Exactly. I don't even want to talk to him anymore. I don't even want another reason.
Oh my God. What
Too bad. I probably shouldn't tell you that he's on the other line and wants to talk to you then, huh?
What do you mean?
I mean that he's listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Yep.
What?
Hey. Hey, Deanna.
What is going on? Why is he on the phone right now?
Oh my God. I am so sorry.
Surprise.
Oh, wow.
Deanna, I wasn't. I didn't know that it was happening either. Actually, because my buddy who was there, who loves to play pranks on me, told me afterwards. So I'm really sorry that happened. And I'm really embarrassed. I did not mean for you to see that, and I definitely would never want to do something like that. And, I actually had a really good time with you. And
Oh my
Just
God.
rambling right now.
Deanna, tell him to shut up. My God.
I'm just in shock by this whole thing that this would,
Yeah.
I was in
so
shock
you'd even
too.
call me through a radio station. I mean, geez. I don't know.
I
I
know.
feel like you guys are kind of nerdy to do this. You got to pick maybe some better friends or something. That's kind of rude, And-
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do need to get better friends. I was thinking about that the whole time. I couldn't believe that, they were broadcasting us.
Wait, thinking about it the whole time. So you knew about this the whole time during our date that you were being filmed? Or I was being filmed? You knew about this?
Look, Deanna, all I knew. I did have my buddy. I wanted him to come and just get a photo of the two of us on the date.
What?
Instead,
What?
he totally messed with me and you and us, and made a video about this whole thing. And you're totally
Do you
right.
never go out on dates or something that you need to document it for your friends?
No, I just thought I wanted a picture for Facebook because you're so pretty.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Nice.
The better thing would have been to just ask, maybe. You ever think about that? Just ask me, hey, can I get a photo with you?
Yeah.
Instead of have some
You're right.
creeper.
You're right. I should have asked, but I thought that would be awkward too, to ask you for a photo in the middle of our date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, people take photos all the time when they're out and about. I mean, what's weird is that your friend video recorded the whole thing without me knowing.
And Michael, what were you going to do with the picture if he only took a picture? You're going to post that and expect her not to see it on social media as well? She's going to find out one way or the other. You got some creeper taking photos of you guys.
I guess you're right. I mean, I just wanted her to see it eventually. If things were to work out between us, it would be this really great first date memento that we could go back and say, hey, look at us, and it's kind of this romantic gesture.
And then at that point, you'd have been together so long that she wouldn't be able to leave you because it's still weird,
Boom.
Michael.
It is. It's like saying, I collected your hair on the first date and I still have it.
I didn't collect hair this time. I mean, I didn't collect hair.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Deanna, would you like to go on a second date with Michael?
Oh,
We'll pay for it. We'll put cell phone blocking devices in every corner of the restaurant so that he can't stream it on the internet.
Deanna, before you decide, I'll tell you right now that I'm going to ask my buddy to remove the video from Facebook, and I'll even report him, because you're right, it's totally unacceptable, and it should not have ever happened.
Oh, you hear that, Deanna? He will report his friend to Facebook for you.
Oh, no.
The damage has already been done. It's been up for a week. If he cared that much, he would have deleted it,
Yeah.
a while ago.
I'm with you,
I don't know.
I just didn't know that you were going to see it.
I didn't know you were going to see it. It's live out there on Facebook for everybody to see.
I just thought with privacy settings and stuff that I was going to set it up.
No.
Check that, buddy.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it didn't
I mean,
happen.
if you were that upset at your friend, you think you would have told him when you saw it, and had him take it down then. And obviously you didn't. Obviously you liked it.
No,
I don't know.
I didn't. I didn't actually like it. I just thought it
No,
was...
she doesn't mean you click like on the post. She means like you liked it, like as a person, like you enjoyed it.
Oh my God, the more we talk
You
about
obviously enjoyed it if you didn't have your friend take it off or you didn't delete it off your page.
There it is.
There we go.
and it sounds like you've watched it maybe one too many times as well, Michael.
I just really thought you were pretty and like wanted to keep that memory of you because I hadn't heard from you in 8 days or something. So
You cannot spin that one to romance.
So, Deanna, is that an official no from you then?
Yeah, that's a no. I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling it.
That's all right.
Yeah, shocking.
Michael, at least you always have your Facebook memory, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna pop up year after year on that date, isn't it?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says Facebook ruins another relationship.
Right?
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. This dude named Michael wanted to call a girl named Deanne. They met at a party. His friends actually bet him that he couldn't get a date with her, and he did. He thought the reason she wasn't calling back was because he forgot her name on their first date. But the real reason she wasn't calling back was because one of his buddies was there Facebook living the whole thing. And then she went to his Facebook page and saw he was tagged in the video and had no interest in going out with him.
It's creepy and it's really dorky.
Yeah, it is.
Like, do you never go on a date, man? Like, act like you've been there before, dude.
Right?
Sounds like he doesn't very much. And
Seriously.
probably isn't going to be going on anytime soon. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You ever have one of those bad dates where just nothing seems to go right? Yeah. Me neither. But Marshall, who's on the phone for a second date update, definitely has. His date seemed like just one really horrible thing spiraling out of control into a ton of horrible things. And now he needs to do a second date update. What's up, Marshall? How are you?
Hey guys, how you guys doing this morning?
So, from Jubal's description, it sounds like you know exactly why she's not calling you back.
I do. It's kind of a laundry list of problems here.
Okay.
Sounds like you don't really know exactly why, but you know there's a lot of options, at least.
Yeah, I know that it could be one of several things, and I'm hoping you guys can help me along, and maybe we can go through them and get to it. I mean, that's why I emailed.
All right. Before we go through your list of things that went wrong, why don't you tell us about the girl we're going to call today? What's her name?
Her name is Melissa.
Melissa. All right. And where'd you meet Melissa?
Well, we met on a dating app, and she just stuck out literally like a firework. Beautiful red hair, these bubbly eyes that just link you in. I mean, kind of like a Zooey Deschanel. Like when you look at her, she just has this, I don't know, cuteness that just reels you in like a fishing lure.
Okay, so you were excited about this date then.
Oh my, over the moon, just through the moon excited. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. Was one of those, I thought I was going to show up and it wasn't going to be the picture I was looking at. You know, you're like, it's too good to be true.
And then you did show up and it was actually Zooey Deschanel. And you're like, you're just as wacky and lovable in real life.
Oh my God, look at you, so adorable.
Yeah, it was like I was on an episode of New Girl. But she honestly was just, I don't know if you've ever seen those girls with like just the red hair that's not too red. It's kind of got the, you know, the layers of like auburn flowing through it.
It's like nice red hair. It's not like you might steal my soul red hair.
You know?
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Were you nervous? Like, was that part of your problem?
Beyond nervous. That's why, it was one of those things. I felt like I was a little out of my league, so I was just nervous beyond belief.
Okay, so let's start with the list of things that went wrong. What's the first thing?
So we sit down. Everything starts, you know, just your typical back and forth chit chat, and I don't know how it came up, but I start talking about my ex.
Oh my God.
I know.
And it's like you can see the train wreck happening in front of you and you can't stop it.
I'm talking about this vacation and how me and my ex got in this big fight, and it's just going and going. And then I finally do stop, long story short, and thank God I didn't go into how we had makeup sex, me and my ex. That would have been really terrible.
Oh, man, okay.
I feel like that was even too much for our conversation right now.
I didn't go that far. I went ahead and put the brakes on before I got that far and tried to get the date back on track.
Okay.
So
Well, that's good. At
And
least you realized something was happening. And...
Well, it's good if that's, I mean, if, it would be good if that was the only thing you did, but it sounds like there was more.
there's definitely some more. So we get an appetizer that comes out, and all of a sudden my stomach just starts gurgling, making, I mean, it was over the top. And I don't know if it was a mixture of the nerves and the food. I also had a beer, but my stomach is just in knots. So right after the X story, shortly after, I have to excuse myself to use the restroom.
Okay. And it wasn't just like, I'm going to go pee real quick. It was like, I'll be back in like half an hour with a new set of clothes.
It was not a quick break in the restroom. I mean, I'm in there, and it was I don't want to get into details, but I am feeling the minutes pass, if you know what I mean. I got to get back out there, but how do you get back out there when you're having these issues?
Yeah.
So I am gone
Okay.
for a substantial amount of time.
Yeah.
Just text her from the toilet. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
"Hey,
I
miss
imagine you like breaking out in sweats and turning pale on top of it all.
That was happening all along, and I feel like the sweats and the paleness were building as we went. But I did get back out there.
Okay.
So I sit back down, and I might have been at the table for 1 or 2 minutes, and I get hit with it again. And so, I'm so sorry, I have to step away for a minute. And this time, of course, I don't want to see him going to the bathroom again. So I made up a lie. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, I got to step away. I forgot to have this work call I've got to make.
What?
That's probably even worse than going, I'm feeling sick and I should go to the bathroom again.
That's sketchy.
So I'm gone for another substantial amount of time. I come back. I'm apologizing. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry about the phone call. And yeah, it doesn't end there, unfortunately.
Does it?
So
Okay.
I sit down. I start feeling sick again. And at this point, it's getting, it's one of those sicknesses that was just like creeping deeper and deeper.
Mm-hmm.
I just grab a wad of money. I throw it on the table. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm not feeling well. I've got to get out of here. Almost like she's a stripper or something.
Oh, God.
I throw it on the table and just leave. There was no hug goodbye, obviously, because I'm poured in sweat. There was no anything. I just left. It kind of almost out of embarrassment / I don't feel good.
I'm going to take a wild guess that she hasn't talked to you since then.
We talked every night since. No, she has not called me.
You're not seeing her again.
And that sucks because, like, the X thing is your fault that you brought that up, but the rest of it is out of your control.
But
It's
I
like,
think where he went wrong is lying or just at least not telling her what's really happening. It made you look even worse, I think.
Now I look at it, yes, I did lie, but it was almost, it was embarrassing to kind of
totally.
meet the girl on the first date and say, hey, I'm going to be on the can for 40 minutes. If you could just hang on, I'll wash my hands and be back.
Yeah.
But, I've texted her and, try to kind of apologize and call, but I don't want to be too much. But like I said, this girl was, just one of a kind, if you will, and it's definitely my fault, but that's why I'm here.
Well, we'll see if maybe we can salvage this situation and get you a second date. We'll play a song and then come back and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you so much, guys.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
For today's second date update, I can't decide who suffered the most.
Oh.
Marshall, who's on the phone for a second date update today because he had a terrible first date with a girl named Melissa, or there's also that poor restaurant toilet.
Oh, man.
That thing suffered so much during Marshall's date. If you missed the first part of today's second date update, Marshall is on the phone. He wants to call a girl named Melissa. They met online, went out for dinner, and he says the whole thing was pretty bad. He started off because he was nervous, talking about his ex-girlfriend a lot, which we know is something that you shouldn't do. And then he started having stomach issues.
Oh, man.
And
God,
he
I
went to the
feel bad for
bathroom
him.
once and was gone for a long time, then came back, said he was feeling sweaty, and then, had to go back again. And then he said by the third time he came back, he just threw a bunch of money on the table and said he had to go because he knew it was not going to get better from there. So we already know why he's not getting a call back from Melissa. Now our job is to call her and see if we can get him a second date. Marshall, are you ready?
I am ready, guys.
I would say, are you ready to go? But I know you've gone a lot lately, so probably not the correct
Poor
word.
Marshall. Would you classify this as the worst date you've ever been on?
Easily the worst date I've ever been on.
I really hope for a redo for you.
I know. I am too, because it being the worst. So sorry.
Uh-oh.
You having problems again? We're
I'm
good.
a little choked up that we're about to call her, but I'd love to get that off my record, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Well,
You want it wiped clean.
of course.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, God. I didn't mean that.
Here we
Dang
go.
it.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Melissa, please?
This is she.
Hey, Melissa, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
This is Melissa.
Yes. Melissa from... What radio show are you from?
We're not. That's not what. No.
What radio show? What are you talking about?
Well, my name is Jubal, and I host the show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. Does that make a little bit of sense now?
Okay, I understand it's a radio show, but I'm not understanding why you're calling me.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you. Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email the other day from a dude named Marshall.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay.
And Marshall told us all about your date. He also said a lot of very nice things about you. And he says he kind of knows why you wouldn't be calling him back because it was pretty awkward, but he wanted us to see if we could figure it out more.
Okay, so Marshall emailed you and wants to know about the date that we went on. Well, he actually inquired to you about our date.
Well, he just wanted, I mean, more than anything, I think he kind of wants a redo. He said it was awful.
Well, that's interesting. There is definitely not going to be any redos with Marshall. That's for sure.
I mean, he talked to us. He told us about your date. He said how he was nervous and talked a bunch about his ex and then had some stomach issues.
Can I explain to you in my side exactly what happened on this date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I met Marshall on a dating app. Okay, and I'm very, very, very apprehensive about dating in general today because, as you know, when you're in the dating world right now, you meet a lot of weird people and a lot of duds, okay, more times than not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I go out with Marshall, and he almost right away starts talking about his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, he told us that. I mean, he knows that he was so nervous, though, because he said you were so pretty and you seem so lovely. And, haven't you ever had one of those out-of-body experiences where you just keep talking and you know you should stop, but you just can't stop?
No.
Okay, well, so you're not going to have a lot of sympathy there, I take it.
No, you're not understanding. Okay, so he actually showed me a picture of his ex-girlfriend, on our date. And then Marshall asked me if him and I could take a picture together so that he can post it online to make this ex-girlfriend jealous.
Oh, wow.
Marshall.
He didn't tell us that.
Oh.
Yeah. It was literally the most awkward situation I've ever been in. I mean, what do you say?
What did you say?
I just basically was like, we could take the picture after dinner, and that's when I took the situation into my own hands, actually.
You took it into
What do you mean?
your own hands?
Yeah.
How do you do? He said that he had stomach issues and then threw money on the table and left. I don't.
Yeah.
Would you?
So when I go on dates now, I bring laxatives.
Oh my
What?
God.
It's like, yeah. So
Wait, and you think this is cute?
I mean, I've been on so many of these dates. No, this is so good. Okay.
So you slipped him some laxatives?
So what happens is, after Marshall talked about his girlfriend, I just knew right there that I didn't want to do anything. So what I do is I carry chocolate laxatives in my purse when I go out on these dates.
Really?
So I offer Marshall a chocolate laxative, and of course,
I'm guessing you didn't tell him like that. You didn't say you want a chocolate laxative.
No. Basically, what I did was I told Marshall that it was like a palate cleanser that he would eat before the meal.
Really?
So when he got up to go to the bathroom and he was sweating profusely and you could see visibly that he was going to be sick, you knew exactly why.
Oh, I knew exactly why.
You are sick.
I was just trying to get the date over with.
That is sick.
It worked.
Why wouldn't you just say this isn't working out, I've got to go?
This guy was so weird. He wanted to take a picture with me. I
my
knew that
gosh.
this was a really strange situation that I was in, and I needed to get out of it.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
So,
Oh my
well, we have
gosh.
the answer to what happened
I am
to
so
Marshall because he
disturbed.
wasn't even really sure. And you know what, Melissa? Marshall is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Melissa, what? You gave me laxatives? Are you mental? You don't go on dates with people and ask to take pictures with their ex.
No, Melissa, you don't get to critique him anymore. You have no room to stand.
I mean, I told you one story about my ex, and I asked for a quick selfie, and you think that's enough to send me to the toilet for 2 hours? I mean, I bought new pants and a shirt. I ruined them both.
Marshall, I didn't know what else to do at that point. Put yourself in my situation. What would have you done?
I sure as
You know what I mean?
given somebody a chocolate laxative, I'll tell you that much.
You can't give people pills without telling them that you're giving them pills. You just can't do that.
Girl, I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I needed to get out of the date. I've done this before many times.
Many times.
And I don't think it's a big deal.
And how can you not think that's a big deal? You're asking him to put himself in your shoes. Like, switch the foot. Like, what if you were on a date with a dude and he gave you laxatives?
A guy's not going to give me laxatives on a date. Guys don't get bored with me on dates. It's not the same situation.
You are psycho.
I am a really good person. Like, I'm not sure what the big deal about it. It's chocolate laxatives. Quit acting like I gave him cyanide or something.
So at least he's not dead. I agree with you, Melissa. At least you didn't kill the guy.
Dude, I feel like you're one step away from that. Like, laxatives are your gateway drug to giving dates rat poison.
Not to mention, that was my favorite restaurant. I only gave them 2-star review because of that. I'm going to have to go in and change that.
Marshall, if you wouldn't have had a radio station call me right now, you would have had no idea this even happened.
She's right.
If I wouldn't have called the radio station, I would still be calling you and texting you, trying to get you to respond to me if I didn't have a mediator.
Yeah. So now we can just ask right now, Melissa, would you like to go out with Marshall again? We'll pay for it. Second date.
Let me think about it. I'm going to say no.
No,
Yes,
no,
you
you
own him.
don't get to turn him down. You are crazy.
Yeah, I say no. I think my bowels are okay on a second date for this one.
Are you sure?
Great.
Yeah, no, I am. No way. I mean, obviously, this is new information. I don't even want the second date now. I mean, I do thank you guys. Hats off to the radio station for bringing this psycho to light.
Aw, poor baby. He had to use the toilet. Why are you even complaining?
Yeah, you're
Because it was for 9 straight hours. It's not just a little quick in and out there. Come on.
That
So,
sounds
hey, Melissa,
good. You are
Melissa, as
so
somebody who has had a lot of digestive issues in their time, can I just get the name of the chocolate laxative, the brand?
No problem. I'll actually just send it to you.
Oh, great. Perfect. Well, at least somebody made out on this second date update. That's good.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I'm so pissed right now. I'm a nurse, and she could have really hurt someone.
Yeah.
It's no different than slipping somebody a roofie. Talking about today's second date update. Well, I mean, if you think about it, it is true. If you missed it, Marshall wanted to call this girl Melissa. They went out on a date. He wasn't doing very well on his date. He started talking about his ex-girlfriend the whole time. And then he started having digestive issues and had to run to the bathroom a bunch. We got her on the phone and found out that her move when she's on a date and doesn't like the dude is to offer them a chocolate, a laxative chocolate, so that they have to go to the bathroom and the date has to be over. Without them knowing. She doesn't go like, hey, here's a laxative.
Yeah.
So she secretly gave him a laxative, and then his stomach started to hurt, and he had to go to the bathroom a bunch. And he ended up just throwing money on the table and leaving. And everybody's saying that that's actually a crime.
Absolutely.
And it
You
is, I
can't
think.
drug people. Absolutely. And the craziest part to me is how proud she thought it was really cute.
Yeah, she did.
She thought it was a cute move, and she's done it before.
And it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah,
to
she's like,
her.
I've done this to a bunch of guys.
Yeah, like
I'm giving them laxatives
she's
to
like,
ruin the
get
date.
this. Wait till you hear what I did. You guys are gonna think this is so funny.
Yeah, there's no difference between her slipping somebody a laxative and some douchey bro who's like, dude, I've done that to so many chicks. Like, just leave your drink unattended and drop a little bit in. Done it to so many chicks. I guess there's no difference. There's no difference between her and Bill Cosby.
She didn't sexually assault him afterwards is the positive piece of that, because I don't think that after you get a laxative
I don't think you want to.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there is a difference there, but the drugging part is all illegal.
It's also like who and how she decides when they deserve the laxative. If she's done it to so many guys, I feel like her tolerance level is nothing.
Yeah, as soon as she meets a guy out, she's just like, all right, you're getting a laxative.
Yeah, you looked at me wrong.
Right,
I don't like your outfit.
They didn't even have dinner yet.
I know.
Like,
he's
they
like,
literally talked for 10 minutes.
can I get a picture to make my ex jealous? No, that's dumb. But that doesn't deserve getting a laxative.
I still stand by it, though. Her laxatives sound great. They
You
sound like they
want
work
one.
really.
You
yeah.
want to go out with her just so you're more regular.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I've taken some laxative before, and they don't even work that well on me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm so jammed up sometimes.
You're,
you know, that I really
Let's
I have to
not-
load
I
up on the
don't-
laxatives and still
know.
nothing.
Uh-oh, know. It just adds to the...
I don't know what I regret more, the conversation that's come after
It
the
just adds to
laxative
bloat.
second date update, or all right.
It's really frustrating.
I don't need to know anymore.
Sounds really backed
Yeah.
up over there,
So
buddy.
hopefully she sends me the info for that laxative so I can get back on track, you know?
Maybe that's why you've had anger issues this all the time.
No, that's from other things.
Okay.
I think the constipation might stem from those other things.
Oh, okay. Well, it's all related, is what you're saying.
It all comes from somewhere. You just got to find the source. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who drugged you. Or didn't drug you, or just didn't call you back. Whatever it is. Just email the show.
Moving 92.5.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The laundromat is a great place to meet women. Great place. Yeah.
Ow.
You don't even really have to talk to them. You just walk up, start folding their underwear. No. And it's always a conversation starter. Even if they're not there, like say they left the laundromat for a second and you see their stuff's done, you just start folding their undies.
It's always good to probably sniff them, too. That's probably a nice move.
Well, you got to make sure they're clean, I guess. I'm assuming that's what Pete did to meet the girl that he met at a laundromat that's not calling him back. Pete, did you use the old I'm going to fold your undies trick or something different?
A little different.
Oh.
Haven't gotten to the underwear part yet.
Thank God, Pete. Yeah.
How did you meet this girl at the laundromat?
Well, I'm doing my thing, poured some detergent in the machine, and then I hear this woman's voice say, "You're using way too much detergent."
The disrespect. How upset were you when she said that to you?
Well, I said, yeah, no, I've been doing this a while, so I'm fine. I never have a problem with my laundry. Thank you. And then I turn around, and there she is, and she's really cute.
Okay. Because if she wasn't cute, you'd probably be like, get the hell away from me, lady. Tell me how to do my laundry. Yeah. Be like, you're cute. You're like, oh, well, why don't you just instruct me slowly how to do it in a soft voice?
Yeah, so I didn't mind it when she was giving me advice. And then it occurred to me that she was maybe, I don't know, initiating contact.
Not maybe. You know? That is like a definite she's hitting on you, and she's looking for a way to get in on the conversation.
All right, well, I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree. So,
okay. So did you finally realize, oh, maybe she's flirting with me and I shouldn't be pissed at her for critiquing?
Yes, yeah. I told her that I'd start taking notes, and if she would continue, giving me a lesson, I was all ears.
That's a ballsy move on her part. I give her props. Was she the one that then asked you out on a date?
No. What happened was our laundry cycles were on the same, time frame. And I realized that, hey, rather than sit around here and watch the laundry dry, why don't we go down the street and grab a drink?
That's a good idea. Yeah. So you guys went down the street and grabbed a beer or something while you waited for your laundry to finish up.
Yeah. Had a couple beers each, and it was nice, It was easier to talk in a bar. It was like a more familiar environment for me. So,
did you guys seem to click, though?
Yeah, totally. We, hung out there. Then when we went back to the laundromat, we kept talking, and I thought it was going well.
Yeah.
I don't know. She did give me her number.
Okay.
But then, all right, so truth be told,
You stole her underwear. You stole her underwear.
Oh, no, Jubal.
You start with truth be told and you're around her laundry. I know exactly what you're about to say.
No, I didn't make the underwear move then.
What'd you do?
Please tell me
so
at some
dumb?
point you got your hands on her underwear.
No, Jubal.
Get over the underwear,
I
Jubal.
can't.
I don't know why you're so hung up on women's panties.
Because what guy isn't?
Yeah. Not all of us.
She did. I did see it.
Nice. All right. Sweet.
Oh, my God.
Well, anyway, what I was about to tell you was that, we'd had a couple beers, and I thought I'd be funny, and, who knew there was laundry humor? Actually, there probably isn't, but I started making jokes about big loads of laundry and, oversized machines for extra big loads. And
so you were making, dirty jokes based on laundry terms?
Pretty much the only one I could think of was the big loads.
Why does that? That sounds
Big
even
loads?
worse. That sounds even more creepy than taking her underwear.
I know I shouldn't have done it, but I had a couple of beers in me, and I was a little tipsy, and I thought it would work.
I don't even really get the joke either.
Don't explain it, Jubal.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
explain it.
Loads of laundry.
Yes.
Big loads.
I still don't get.
Oh, Brooke,
All
you're
right.
so blonde
Hey, text
sometimes.
in 78592 in graphic detail. If you understand what he's joking about, describe it for Brooke. Otherwise, we'll move on. So you were making those jokes.
Well, yeah, I made a few of the jokes, and then, she gives me this weird look, like, are you kidding me? And so I stopped, and...
But she still gave you her number post bad laundry joke.
Actually, let me see. I can't... It might have been before, like, when we were at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
So you just have her number. How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your laundry date?
We've actually talked once over the phone.
Okay.
And that went pretty well. So then, like, a couple days later, I texted her, and she didn't reply.
Why would you have her on the phone and not make plans to see each other again? Like, what was the point of the phone call?
Well, we did try to make plans, but she wasn't sure what her schedule was coming up, so we decided to hold off and make plans a little later.
So what do you think the reason is that she's not calling you back?
Well, I'd like to say I had no idea, but it's probably the really crummy jokes I was trying out.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and find out why she's not getting back to you in your second date update, okay?
All right, sounds great, man.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Pete met a girl named Christy at a laundromat. They didn't really have a date scheduled, but they met there. While their laundry was getting done and everything else, they went and had some beers. Pete thinks that she's not calling him back because when they got back to the laundromat, he was a little tipsy and was making jokes about, there's giant loads in there.
Which I cannot believe what that means. That is disgusting.
Yeah, we explained to Brooke what it means. And so he was making jokes like that, and he thinks that kind of turned her off, like maybe it was a bit much.
Yeah.
And I think your problem, Pete, isn't necessarily that you were joking about stuff like that, but you went with that instead of jokes about things getting stiff with starch. You know?
Dude,
that's the comedy gold when it comes to laundromat jokes.
Could have gone that route,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
Would have worked way better for you, man. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Pete, I think that you could be the laundromat creeper and you're just not owning up to it at this point.
I was just tipsy. I'm not weird, really.
Yeah, right. Trust me, if you're making jokes like that at a laundromat to a girl you first met, you're creepy.
Thank you.
I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out if that is the reason why, though. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Christy, please?
this is Christy.
Hey, Christy, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Sorry about being so spirited in the, hey, Christy, I didn't mean to freak you out there. How are you doing?
No, who is this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because you recently had an interaction with one of our listeners, and they emailed us to see if we get a hold of you.
Oh my God.
And I say interaction because this is less of a date and just more of you met a guy and he really likes you and is wondering why you're not calling him back. His name is Pete.
Oh, yeah.
You two bonded at a laundromat.
Yeah. He wanted you to call me?
Yes, he did. He says that since you guys met at the laundromat, you guys clicked and had a good time, and you've talked a little bit, but now you're not returning any of his phone calls or texts, and he would love to see you again. Is there any reason that you're not calling Pete back?
Oh, I don't think there's a connection.
That's a nice way to put it, you know?
Let me ask you a question then. So you don't think there was a connection. Was it the jokes that he was making after you guys got back from your little break to go get beers? Kind of off-color jokes.
It was definitely it didn't help him.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just got a weird vibe from him.
Did he come off as creepy? Because when I found out what those jokes were, I mean, a guy you just met, that is nasty.
Well, it's more that I don't know him. You know, I mean, like, everybody tells dirty jokes.
Right.
And it's like, especially when we start drinking. But then I went home and I did a search for him on my computer and everything changed.
Whoa.
Oh, no, he is creepy, isn't he?
What did you find online that made you change your mind? Now I'm really curious.
Nothing.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he's a vapor. There is nothing about him. It's weird. You know, everybody has something about themselves.
Wait a minute. You're saying, like, I thought for sure you were going to say, oh, I found a record where he's not allowed 15 feet near schools or something. You're saying that you are upset that you couldn't find anything at all.
I'm saying it's weird to not have any presence on social media or anything.
Oh,
it's
so
weird.
So he didn't have a Facebook, a Twitter, Instagram, any of that?
None.
And that weirds you out.
I feel like I can't trust a person who has zero presence on the internet. And so I actually asked him, you know, like, do you have a Facebook? And he said he didn't. And that's when I'm done with him.
What?
Wow, that quick. So that's all it takes with you is to not have a Facebook, and you don't even have a chance, huh?
Somebody who is trying not to be found on the internet has something to hide, and I don't want to find out what they're hiding.
Yeah, I guess I understand. I meet people that are always like, I don't do Facebook. I don't, and I'm always like, what are you? A mass murderer? I can't trust you.
I think this would be like a godsend to find a guy that wasn't on social media at all. Like the two guys I know that have zero social media presence are both like construction worker guys who just aren't around computers very much.
Sketchy construction.
They're not sketchy.
Yep. They're burying bodies. They're burying bodies out there.
Even construction workers go home and get on Facebook and say,
They have
what's
better
up?
things to do with their time. They're not wasting all their time on social media and stalking people.
Like I said, burying bodies at the construction site. That's what they're doing.
See?
I'd like to find out what he's hiding. Aren't you a little curious?
No, I don't want to know at all. And I'm worried about it now that we've talked about it.
Do you really think like he's a killer or something? Like what do you think
He
could
might be.
All right, well,
I mean, he hangs out at laundromats.
that is true. He hangs out at laundromats, doesn't have a Facebook. The guy clearly cannot be trusted. I do appreciate you telling us why you won't call him back, but I do need to let you know that Pete is actually on the other line listening and would love to talk to you.
Seriously?
Yep. Say hi, Pete.
That's the reason you didn't call me back?
Look, I'm sorry you had to hear that, but it's obvious you're hiding something if you don't even have a Facebook or, I mean, I just am not interested.
If you want to get to know me, talk to me. That's how you get to know me.
Well, I mean, we did hang out, and what I found out about was how big a loads you think you have. So, I mean...
I just think that's
Why don't you have a Facebook then?
I don't have one because I don't believe in
Because you're hiding something.
No, I just don't think my opinion matters that much in the greater scheme of things. So why should I, like, blab it about?
You don't think your opinion matters?
Well, I mean, you know, you look at most of the stuff on Facebook, and, you know, it's like people are posting things that really don't matter in the big scheme of things.
How do you know what people are putting on Facebook if you don't have one? You're probably one of those weirdos that has a fake account and just watches everybody.
Pete, are you one of those weirdos that just watches people on the internet?
No.
Are you hiding anything?
No.
Are you married or something, Pete? Or, you know...
No, I'm not married.
I don't know.
You're hearing from Pete right now. The reason he doesn't have a Facebook is he just doesn't like it.
It's the 21st century. If you don't have a presence online, you're hiding something, I'm done with this.
Did she hang up?
Yeah, she's gone. Hey, Pete, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just...
That was strange.
Yeah, she seems to have a little bit of a complex about people not on social media.
Yeah.
So you're not hiding anything?
No. I mean, I'm not telling everything either, you know.
You're not, what is that?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that, Pete? Now it does sound shady.
You know, everybody has secrets, right?
Yeah.
That's part of that's part of being a human being, and not everything in my life is everybody's business.
Okay, why are you sounding creepy again, man?
He does sound like Sketchy Pete right
you
now.
You do.
If I was dating Christy, I wouldn't be dating exclusively. Let's put it that way.
Okay. You're still like Pete. You're not helping your case at all. You trying to explain why you don't use Facebook is sounding creepier and creepier by the minute.
See, this is why social media is not good. If you post anything, the other women you're dating, get the wrong idea.
Yeah, get the idea that you're cheating on them.
So Christy was right. What? So Christy was right then, Pete.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with dating multiple people?
It's fine if you're honest with them, but it's like you're hiding it and then hoping that they don't meet the other person. Like,
no, if I was dating exclusively, I'd tell somebody that, but I don't. I don't date exclusively right now.
But Christy was right. You are hiding something.
No, I'm not hiding it.
Yes, you are. You just admitted to it.
Well, she didn't ask me.
All right.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, this girl is crazy. Sometimes people don't have Facebook because they choose not to be a part of the drama that it brings. Wow. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about the second date update. Pete wanted us to call this girl named Christy. He thought he wasn't getting a call back because of a very bad joke he made when they first met at a laundromat. It involved a joke about having big loads.
Okay.
And he thought that's the reason she wasn't calling back, but that's not why she wasn't calling back. She wasn't calling back because she looked him up online, like most people do after they meet somebody, and found that he didn't have a Facebook. So she knew that something was wrong, and he was a serial killer or worse.
I feel like I went through so many emotions here because then I was like, well, you're crazy, lady. I mean, that's ridiculous. But then at the end, Pete was all weird and like acting like, well, I'm not telling everything and I wouldn't be dating exclusively.
Yeah, Pete didn't want to have a Facebook because he wants to date around and doesn't want people knowing that he's dating around, I guess.
Yeah.
So he still is hiding something by not having a Facebook. That's why I don't trust people who aren't on social media these days.
I agree with you, Jubal. I don't. You have to have at least one, at least Instagram or Twitter.
Even my grandparents are on social media.
Are they really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line.
That's impressive.
I know. They friend request me and I always deny it. Like, no.
I just want it to be Granny in a bikini on a beach taking selfies.
Yeah. So if grandparents are on Facebook and you're like young and not on there, then what is wrong with you?
Oh,
I'm always like, you're hiding something. It's the same thing when I meet people who still have a flip phone.
Yeah, what are you
What
doing?
is your deal? All right?
You feel like it's some sort of like throwaway phone and they're making deals on the side. Yeah.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week.
Yes.
Just a little ways away at 8:10. It's time for your second date update. And, when we're out at events, people always ask us, what happened to so-and-so? You guys should do third date updates. Sometimes those people that we send out on dates do keep in touch with us. Sometimes they stay together. Sometimes they break up. Sometimes there's a missing persons report. There's all kinds of interesting things that happens when we send these people out on their dates. But one couple emailed us recently. They did their second date update back in February. Marcus and Tara. If you don't remember, Marcus was the virgin who wasn't calling back because of a huge miscommunication. Marcus the virgin thought she whispered something very inappropriate into his ear. A lot of our listeners are familiar with this one, but if you're not, we're going to play it for you right now. And at the end of it, we have an update from Marcus and Tara.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for today's second date update has done something that I have never done. Something that I never want to do. She went on a date with an adult virgin. Sounds terrible to me, but that's who she wants us to call today. Is a guy named Marcus, and apparently that's one of the issues that she thinks might have been kind of weird on her date is that the dude is an adult and he's a virgin, and I don't know, we'll get into it. But Tara, how you doing?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
I can't believe we're already dubbing her date Marcus the adult virgin.
It's what you have to do. It's what you have to do. First of all, how did you meet this dude?
I met him on a dating site.
Okay, I was going to say.
What website was it?
Adultvirgins.com.
Yeah. Were you like trolling for virgins online?
No, no, it was .com.
Okay. All right.
And what were you attracted to online about him?
We had a lot in common, and he just seemed like, okay, I don't want to sound weird, but he seemed like genuine, kind of innocent in a way, and he seemed really sweet.
Okay.
So,
And how long did you guys chat online before you decided to go out?
it was like 4 or 5 days. Like, we had been, like, getting a really nice connection with each other, which I thought was really cool. Like, oh, this is a real guy. Like, I could have a real date with him.
Is this the first time you've ever online dated?
I've done, like, the cheapo, like, the app ones on your phone.
The hookup
A little bit of Tinder, a little bit of Plenty of Fish, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those aren't where you find the prime grade A beef online. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It wasn't like this freebie ones where they just wanted to hook up with you. It was like he seemed like he actually wanted to have a conversation.
Of course not. Those ones probably scare him. He's a virgin. So what did you guys end up doing when you went out?
We started off and went to a bar, really low key. We just got some drinks.
Did he seem nervous or, did he feel the stereotype, I guess, of a virgin?
I mean, there was definitely like more of like a sweet quality to him than any other guy I had really gone out on a date with. Like, he wasn't pushy. He was a little flirty, but it was like, I don't know, I could feel very comfortable with him.
So how was the actual date? Like when you guys were out having drinks, was everything cool?
Yeah, it was cool. It was like having really nice conversations and drinking and finding out more about each other. I think it was a really good first date.
And how did everything end with you guys? Did he seem like he enjoyed himself?
Well, the date actually continued after we got drinks.
Oh. Okay.
We actually went back to my apartment.
Oh, well, aren't you just forward with the adult virgin?
What'd you guys do at your apartment? And how'd you lure him back there? Candy?
It was very innocent. It was we just literally I just said want to keep hanging out. My apartment was very close to the bar. We wanted to go back, watch a movie, and we kissed and stuff, but nothing like,
So you guys actually watched a movie together?
I mean, we started watching a movie.
And then you made out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that quickly began us getting a little physical.
How physical?
For him, like holding hands? Or
I mean, we didn't have sex, let's just say that, but we got to know each other.
I was hoping you got to demolish his V card.
On the first night?
Yeah.
He's like, F it.
So you guys messed around a little bit.
I mean, we fooled around and we had been drinking, so now I'm starting to think that maybe I pushed him a little bit or something, because I don't know, I kind of feel bad that maybe he didn't necessarily want to do that.
Did he seem like he was bothered by it? I mean, everything you've told me just sounds like he was into it.
I mean, he was into it while we were doing it, but it was kind of an abrupt end. He kind of was like, I gotta go, I'll call you tomorrow, and kind of just left.
Well, maybe he was just worried that like things were going to progress too quickly from that point.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's been like 10 days now, and I haven't even heard from him, so
yeah,
maybe he's just frustrated with me because I was moving too quickly for him, and he already kind of, told me his deal, and maybe I kind of like stepped over.
You know what? I never asked you this question, Tara. Are you a virgin?
I am not a virgin.
All right. Well, I just wanted to make sure. Like, we're making fun of this guy going like, oh, he's a but you could have been too. I had no idea. I mean, I don't want to just like label you as not a virgin if you are.
She's an aggressive virgin.
Yeah. So how many dudes?
Yo, come on, Jubal.
Not going to get, all right. I don't need that information, I guess. What's the last thing that he said to you before he left?
Literally the last thing he said was he would call me the next day.
And he hasn't called you the next day?
No.
All right, I think that's a good sign that maybe he doesn't want to talk to you. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
All right, thank you guys.
All right, hang on. Remember to stick around after we play the next part of today's second date update. because we're going to talk to Marcus and Tara again right afterwards. Apparently, they have an update on what's happened between them since we recorded this a few months ago. But first, let's hear part 2 of their second date update.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second part of your second date update, it's sort of a role reversal today. Tara is on the phone, and she wants us to call this guy named Marcus. Tara thinks he might have been a little scared, and she might have been moving too fast for him because that dude is a virgin.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tara is definitely not a virgin, right, Tara?
No, I'm not a virgin.
But Tara feels like maybe when they were messing around after their date, they went back to her house. She feels like she might have been moving too fast for him because the dude is a virgin.
Do you think he's going to be really upset that you've broadcast on the radio that he's a virgin?
He didn't seem too embarrassed about him being a virgin, so I don't know. I think he'll be all right.
I guess I never asked you how old he was. How old is he?
He's 28.
Okay. Yeah, if you've been a virgin at 28 years old, you're probably used to it by now.
Yeah. It's voluntary, yeah.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get him on the phone and find out exactly why he's not calling you back, okay?
All right, thanks, guys.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Marcus, please?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Marcus, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From who?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
I'm calling you because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners, and they emailed me about you.
Really?
Yeah. And apparently now you're not calling her back.
Okay, who is it?
Her name is Tara. Do you remember going out with a girl named Tara?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Tara sent us an email and said that she really enjoyed your time together, but apparently it's been like 10 days and you haven't called her when you said you would. So she asked me to get you on the phone and find out if she did something wrong on the date.
Okay, what'd she tell you?
She said that you guys met online, went out for drinks, ended up back at her place, kind of, made out, messed around a little bit, and then at some point you just said that you need to slow down and then you left.
So she told you about our date?
Yeah. It's in the segment we do called the second date update. Somebody emails us, they tell us all about the date, and then we see if we can get that person on the phone. And today that person is you, Marcus.
Okay.
Do you have a few minutes to talk to us about your date with Tara?
I guess.
Okay. So did you like Tara?
Yeah, Tara was nice.
Okay, so everything was good, but you're not calling her back when you said you would because?
Things moved a little too fast, I guess you could say.
Okay. When we talked to Tara, she told us about that. She was worried that maybe she moved too quick for you. She mentioned that you have never been with a woman before.
She told you everything?
Yeah. But that's fine, dude. Hey, that's your thing. Whatever. Who cares? But that's what she told us, and she thinks that maybe she tried to move too fast for you, and that scared you off.
I think she's right.
She's right.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But if she knows that, wouldn't be grounds to never call her again. Wouldn't you just want to talk about that with her?
I just don't know if I'm her type of guy.
What do you mean by that?
Maybe she needs someone, I don't know, a little more her speed.
Okay.
Are you just looking for somebody who just is not interested in sex at all right now, or?
No, I want someone interested in sex, I guess, but just maybe on my terms, very, very slow.
Marcus, can you just tell us what happened to make you feel uncomfortable so that we can at least let her know? Because she's really curious as to why you're not calling her back.
All right, well, things got a little physical. We kissed a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she kissed my neck. I don't know. We were getting a little physical.
Okay, and was that it then? It was just too physical for you with the kissing? She did tell us that you guys made out and messed around a little bit.
Yeah, and then she started to take my shirt off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's like kissing my neck, and then she goes down and licks my armpit.
What?
Wait.
She licked your armpit.
No.
On purpose?
I don't know.
I could see how that would make you feel uncomfortable, though, especially if your armpit's hairy. Gross.
Men's armpits are not attractive. I just can't believe that would be intentional.
Well, I guess it was kind of on the side of my armpit, like in the area. She was licking like the area.
Okay. So you can't really hold that against her then, because it's not like she like grabbed your arm, held your hand in the air, and just licked your pit. Like maybe she didn't mean to do that.
Maybe did it totally like kill the mood right then, and you just wanted to stop?
It was actually what she did next that really killed the move, and I said, I need to end this. I got to get out of here.
Whoa.
What could top licking your armpit?
Well, she's in that area, and then she comes up and whispers in my ear, "Can I blow air into your butt?"
What? Excuse me, what? No.
Could you repeat that?
There's no way.
Can I blow air into your butt?
She did not whisper in your ear asking permission to blow air into your backside.
Never even heard of
It was so weird.
What is
Are
that
you
even
serious,
mean?
Marcus? Marcus, you're 100% serious with me right now.
How would you lie about that?
I don't know why you would lie.
She
So,
asked me if she could blow air in my butt.
wow.
Is that like a thing that I
don't
know.
know.
About?
I've
Have you
never
ever had
I've never heard of that before, but I know a way to find out. Marcus, Tara is actually on the other line listening right now.
What?
Yeah. And I need to know from her. Tara, did you ask Marcus if you could blow air into his bottom?
I don't even want to talk right now. I am mortified.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward.
Marcus, I did not say that. I did not say anything like that.
You didn't say, "Can I blow air into my butt?"
Oh my God. No, I don't even understand. Oh my God.
Well, Tara, how could Marcus mishear that?
I didn't say anything like that at all. I said, oh my God. I was asking if you like it when people blow air into your ear.
How do you get...
Still weird.
Yeah, but how do you get butt...
Into ear. I heard, "Can I blow air into my rear?"
Are you...
Oh. So you thought she said, "Can I blow air into your rear?"
Yeah, oh man.
That's amazing, Marcus.
He is a virgin.
You must have been so shocked when you heard that. If somebody had asked me that, "Can I blow air into your rear?" I wouldn't have known what to say.
What do you say to that? I just had to get out, I guess.
We don't blame you for that one.
Yeah.
I am, first of all, I'm mortified that you went a week thinking that I had said that to you. I was trying so hard to be respectful, and because I really like you, and I've been so embarrassed because you thought I was just going too far, and I guess you did think that.
Yeah.
So.
I guess it's my fault then. I mean,
Yeah. Just a failure to communicate. Yeah, just bad communication there.
That's what it is, because Marcus, I really like you. I think we had a really good date.
no, I had a great time until you told me you wanted to blow air into my butt, and that's when things got out of hand.
Well, now that you know she didn't tell you that, Marcus, would you like to go out with Tara again? I will pay for a second date for you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, as long as there's no blowing air into rears, I'm there.
Yep. Tara, can you guarantee me? I don't know if anybody's ever asked you this before you go on a date, but can you guarantee me, Tara, that you will not blow air into Marcus's backside?
Unless he asks for it, but other than that, no, I will not.
All right, Marcus, you have the no air in the bum guarantee.
Yes.
And you guys are going to go out on a second date, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congrats, you guys.
Congratulations, Tara. You got your second date.
Yay, thank you so much.
Yeah, see, that's why we have second date updates, to fix these kind of problems.
Yes.
You know?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
That was a second date update that aired earlier this year. That had a lot of people talking because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And when we're out at events and stuff like that, people always ask us, hey, why don't you ever give us updates on the people that actually agree to go out at the end of a second date update? So we thought we would start doing that. Marcus and Tara are actually on the phone, and we're going to see how their relationship has progressed since they went out on their second date. Hey, guys, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for coming back on the show. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it sounds like everything is going okay since you actually are agreeing to talk to us on the air together.
Everything's great, actually.
It's really good.
Oh,
I do have a question. It's always interesting. How did your friends and family react after hearing you in the second date update? Especially you, Marcus, who thought that she was whispering in your ear, "Can I blow in your rear?"
6 months, I have not heard the end of it from my friends.
I'm just impressed that you'd agree to do this whole thing again.
I have to laugh at it now. I'm at work, and I have friends blowing air in my ear and away and things like that.
And you guys have obviously been dating now for a while?
Yeah.
6 months, right?
Are you an official couple?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty official. We're Facebook officials, so I mean,
Wow, big time.
much more official than that.
And there hasn't been any more awkward miscommunications between the two of you so far in your relationship?
No, we pretty much get each other now, and yeah, we're just having fun, and we really enjoy each other.
How about the virginity? Is that still there, Marcus?
What? I knew you were going to ask. I wanted to know too, though.
I am still a virgin.
Still a virgin?
Serious?
Oh, come on.
After this long?
Yeah, I wanted to wait.
So wait, you're going to wait until, you get married? Wait?
No, we have a plan.
You have a plan?
Oh. A virgin plan?
What's your plan?
Yes, we do. We're going to plan an international vacation, and that's where it's going to happen.
Where are you hoping to do it? Where do you want to do it?
Well, not in the butt. I'm still not into that.
No.
I don't mean like the location on the body, Marcus.
No.
I mean like what city or country.
I apologize. Mexico.
Marcus, you have
baby.
You are always kind of misunderstanding things, aren't you?
I guess so. I'm sorry. That's where my head was at. I'm sorry.
What country are you hoping to do it? I missed it. I was too busy thinking about the way you answered my question.
We're thinking Mexico, on the beach, a few drinks, and then Tara in her bikini. That'll help.
And then you can always invite a young Latino man named Hector into the bedroom with you guys. Show you how it's really done.
That.
No? All right.
So you're predicting you guys are going to be in this relationship for the long haul?
It looks like it's 6 months. We're having a really good time.
Long enough to at least he finally gets some action, and then he's like, "Yeah, now I want I want it all."
I don't think I would have waited this long for anyone else, but he's definitely worth it, and I think it's about time.
Well, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, you two. Thank you for updating us on what happened since you guys have gone out from your second date update.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. And Marcus, congratulations on your vacation. I hope everything goes well for you, and it doesn't hurt too bad. It hurts, by the way.
Oh, gosh. Don't tell him that.
It hurts if you've never done it before. It's very painful, so I hope everything goes well. And Tara, I hope that you aren't going to be too disappointed on your vacation.
Yeah.
I'll be in Mexico, so it'll be okay.
Yeah.
She'll be drunk just enough.
At least I can go get some sun.
We got an email from one of our listeners, Brandon, who wanted a second date today. He said it all just happened so fast, and then it was over. Now he needs our help. So
that could be really bad on a first date.
Brandon, don't be embarrassed, okay?
Oh, man.
Happens to a lot of us. Have you tried thinking about baseball?
Oh.
Or your grandma covered in curry sauce?
Oh, gross.
Actually, you know what? That would just make it go faster for me. So, I don't know the advice, but we're going to try and help you, all right? Brandon, first tell us about the woman you want us to call. What's her name?
Her name is Jessica.
He's like, I don't even know how to respond to people.
That's okay.
Where'd you meet Jessica, Brandon?
We met on Tinder.
Okay, nice. Have you been on Tinder for a while?
I don't want to say a while, but I've been on it.
Okay,
All right.
so for a while, yeah.
What stood out about Jessica to you?
We just kind of clicked. It just, I swiped and she swiped, and then we just started messaging, and, we decided to go out.
I know sounds like there's nothing behind that, but I completely agree with you. Sometimes you just know on Tinder within the first highs.
You got to have that text chemistry,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right away in the first couple messages,
Okay. So what did you guys do for your date?
So for the date, I went to pick her up at her place, and I was 15 minutes late, and Yeah, I know.
Coming from the guy who's late every day to work.
I don't know.
It's not a good look,
I think
bro.
15 minutes is fine. Like, that saves you. Because I'm always someone who's running late. I'm like, oh, thank God he's 15 minutes late.
Is that considered fashionably late then?
Yeah, it's not like she's sitting there
No,
worried
it's
that
not.
you're not going to show up.
That's true. It's just awkward to sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when people say that they're 15 minutes late, in reality, they're like 20, 30 minutes late. So
you're right.
What'd you show up,
Okay.
like 45 minutes later?
No, it was legit. It was like 15 minutes or around.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're around. I heard
yeah.
that. Oh, Jeffrey, you may be onto
It's
something.
just going to keep going up. That's okay. We'll trust you on this. So when you got there, what happened?
So she comes out of her apartment. I'm parked across the street, and she walks across the street, shakes my hand, and immediately is like, "Oh, I forgot my ID. I need to run back in and get it."
Okay.
Okay.
Handshake. That's a little interesting.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Put her there. I don't know.
No, who does? No, that's not a thing.
I mean, unless you're
what are you
going to
do? Like, fist bump?
No, you hug
hug.
somebody.
Yeah.
Date.
Even
Hi,
a
how
side
are you?
hug.
I mean, maybe she was just nervous and it was awkward for her too. And she's like, oh my God, why did I just shake his hand?
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
I need to go back inside for a minute and like
Okay.
redo.
So she went back in?
So yeah, she goes back in, and I'm waiting, 5-10 minutes. She's not coming out. So I text her, I call her. She's still not coming out. No responses.
Huh.
She's ghosting you from inside her apartment suddenly?
Like, she's there.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm like, what is she doing? I'm right out here. We literally just shook hands.
Oh, maybe it wasn't a very impressive handshake.
I guess.
A little bit limp on the wrist.
That's her test.
Yeah.
That's it?
No, wait, when did she finally come out?
So she didn't come out. So I decided, if she's ditching me, I'm not going out like this. So I waited until the apartment door opens up when someone comes out, and I went inside and started knocking on doors.
Oh no, that's too aggressive.
All right.
No, that's weird.
Like, it's cute to do desperate stuff for love, but
No,
this is just weird.
that's aggressive.
Bro. Yeah, that's too aggressive. A little aggro.
I'm not trying to be super aggressive, but I just couldn't let it go. So I had to find out what was going on.
It's like
and,
you said, not today.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
It does feel like you got ghosted in like to your face.
Yeah.
Somehow.
But I see what you're saying. You want some real answers, find out what happened. Did you ever find her?
Yeah, so one of her neighbors directed me to her unit, and I knocked on her door.
Oh, if I was her neighbor, I'd be like, she doesn't live here, bro.
Wait, did you knock on the door? What'd you do?
Well, she opened it, and she was all shocked. And
Oh my God. What an awkward moment.
I just got
Oh, what did you say?
well, I asked her if she was okay, and she, is still sticking with the ID thing. So she's like, I can't find my ID, and then lies to me and says she didn't hear my texts or missed calls.
Oh. I mean, did you just give up? I mean, I know that you wanted to call her out for being rude, but is it really worth it?
I wanted that closure, but
Right.
I gave her an out. So I said, look, if you want to ditch, it's okay. I'd rather you just tell me to my face. I just want to know.
Wow.
Okay.
What'd she say?
She didn't say anything. She just,
What?
she pulled me in for a makeout session.
Wait,
What?
what? What did you just say? She like grabbed your shirt and started making out with you.
Yeah, like real passionate. And then next thing we're kissing on the counter. We're on the
Oh
couch.
my God, that's because she felt guilty.
I was
Why
gonna
does
say
this
sometimes I like to do that at the end of arguments. Yeah, just wrap it up.
Well, shut him up, doesn't it?
Wow. This must have been so weird for you.
Yeah, but it went from like being bad weird to good weird.
Yeah.
Totally.
Don't fight the weirdness if it's going this way.
Wow.
So
I'm
how
down
long?
to get weird.
How long did you guys make out for?
Well, I mean, it ended up being a one night kind of thing. So it went into the morning.
Oh.
Wow.
You stayed all the way?
Your lips must be exhausted, bro.
Did she ever find her ID?
I don't know if she ever found her ID because I just wrote a note on a piece of paper towel and left it on the counter, and that was it.
I feel like I need to give you a little spoiler alert here. I don't think she's looking for her ID.
Yeah. But that's so confusing, though. Like, what kind of vibe did you get when you guys were? I mean, you had time to talk. I would assume you didn't just like lock faces together all night long.
There wasn't a whole lot of talking. I mean, there was barely any time to come up for breath.
Dude, what a perfect date. You
My
didn't have to
God,
go
you didn't have to
spend
talk.
any money. You got some, and now, boom.
Wow.
You didn't have to ask her about like what she likes.
Well, marry her if she answers.
Remember her name.
Buy her a meal.
The thing is, I do like her, and I want to hang out with her like on a date. I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, you don't just want to hook up.
Yeah, I think that ship may have sailed for you.
Yeah.
She's not calling you back.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of other guys out there that do want to be that guy. So what do you think the problem is? Why do you think she's been avoiding you?
If I'm being honest, I'm not the greatest looking guy in the world, but I'm pretty fun.
I mean, it sounds like you're good enough looking. It sounds like it's more about personality or something.
No, maybe she tried to shut you up.
Well, she didn't want to talk to you.
I didn't really have a chance to show her my personality outside of the text, Like we shook hands and then we were shaking more than that.
Shaking other parts.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's find out. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Jessica for you, and we'll try and get you your second date. All right, ma'am?
All right. Appreciate it.
Well, you're just tuning in for the second date. We're talking with one of our listeners, Brandon, who might accidentally be the smoothest guy we've ever had on this show.
Really?
Definitely by accident.
I say that because he hardly spoke a word to his date, Jessica. They shook hands. She immediately ran back to her apartment to, quote, find her ID.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, he followed her inside, found her door, knocked, and before he even knew it was happening, they were making bacon.
What?
That is a weird way to say it. I've never...
No?
There's got to be something better.
Yeah.
I mean, you said knocking the door. You could say knocking boots.
Or just no
That's
weird
so
saying.
old. They were doing it.
Alexis.
What'd she say?
Just no weird saying.
No, you have to have a way to say it. They were
Okay.
doing the Amsterdam boogie, and he didn't know how it happened.
Okay. Sounds like you have to pay for the Amsterdam boogie.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Things happened, and he ended up staying the night. And now, for the second time, Brandon's being ghosted by the same woman, and he does not know why.
He's being
man.
Casper.
Yeah.
Say it.
So our goal is to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Brandon, how you feeling right now?
I'm confused. I just kind of want to know what's going on, get some closure.
Yeah. Brandon, are you sure you want to do this? I think I'm just worried because a woman who's willing to literally ghost you in a parking lot, like just leave you sitting outside of her apartment and not come back out, I have a feeling can be pretty ruthless.
Well, she
But
was
she let him
ruthless.
inside.
And she was ruthless.
Yeah.
Right.
In
I
more
know.
ways than one. And now, I mean, and maybe it's a test.
A test? You
Yeah.
don't want people that are doing tests. Tests are weird dating things.
I do tests.
Yeah, exactly. If you're single.
I mean, maybe the first test was to follow her back into her apartment. Maybe this is test number 2 to see if you're going to reach out and find her again.
Yeah,
I could see
man,
that.
feels
Through
like
a radio station, even. Maybe she's
Yeah.
hoping that we're going to call her.
That's an ultimate test.
that feels like a lot.
You never
Feels
know.
like a big red flag to me, but okay.
The last time I confronted her about ghosting me, it went pretty well. So I'm hoping.
Valid point.
Oh, yeah.
Valid
Who
point.
knows what's going to happen
She
if we
picks
can
up
get her
and
on.
sends him a nude right away.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's just call her number. Here we go.
Hey, this is Jessica.
Oh, hi. Jessica, I was looking for you. I was hoping you would answer.
You're so
Are
weird.
you
I don't-
really that off?
Well, I don't usually I have to ask.
Just say hi.
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 Hi,
Hey.
Jessica.
This
Sorry.
is Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and we're doing something on our show called The Second Date. Are you familiar with that? Have you ever heard of that before?
Maybe.
We'll take that.
Yeah. If you're not familiar, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email us and we'll reach out to them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah. It could be great.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because we had somebody reach out to us about you. His name's Brandon.
Brandon called?
Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you off guard there, but he thought he had a really good time with you when you guys hung out together. Is that not true?
It was an interesting time. I mean, it was awkward.
It was
Okay.
awkward.
Awkward.
It doesn't sound awkward. It sounds like you knew exactly what you wanted.
Listen, he was a nice guy. I have just gotten out of my first really long relationship and went online and he seems nice, but he didn't look like his pictures and I kind of just got chicken.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
when were you chicken?
He told us that he does look like his pictures.
Not really. No.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I mean, I want to recap because normally this is the part where I would recap and I would tell you what he told us about the date, but there really wasn't a whole lot of date from the sounds of it.
Yeah, I mean, he came pick me up. He was a gentleman, but as soon as I met him, I was like, yeah, I don't think so.
oh my god.
So I made up some excuse and went back to my apartment and just turned my phone on silent.
but I dodged a bullet.
So wait, you were actually trying to ghost him while he was out in the parking lot of your apartment building?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that is terrible. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Because you didn't find him physically attractive enough?
Yeah, in real life, he just didn't seem to, you know.
Why hook up with him if he's not up to your expectations?
Well, and that is so rude.
Not really. I get it.
Yeah, but this guy is at your house. I mean, like, if you're not going to like him, fine. Go to coffee, do the 20-minute thing. Like, he came all the way over there. At least show him some respect.
Oh,
Sure.
right? Showed him a lot of respect.
Yeah. I mean, but Jose brought up a good point. If that's how you felt, why did you continue and actually hook up with him?
Basically, he actually came into my apartment. Like, I mean, you know, I have a gated apartment, but he found his way in. And when he came to my door, I didn't know what to say. So I just kind of like started making out with him.
That's your go-to move when there's awkward silence?
I mean, I would love to see you in a job interview.
Yeah.
It was so weird. I mean, I like applauded his zeal to keep going, even though I literally left him outside of my apartment building. But then at the same time, I was like, it's been a while since I've wet my whistle. So I was like, I don't know.
Oh, that's what girls call it. It's a whistle.
But, you know, like, he doesn't want to be used either. Like,
men use women all the time. It's time we get some revenge.
That's not an eye for an eye thing, man. That's the problem.
Well, it's not like I thought I'd be called on it.
That's true, too. That's true, too.
Okay.
So wait, does that turn you on like it did before? Him calling you out?
No, I'm so mortified right now.
Well, I hate to make you feel any more mortified than you already do, but I need to tell you that Brandon's actually on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
Oh, heck no.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this one you got to answer to.
Brandon, you there?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Whoa, look at that. Suave.
I don't know if suave is the word.
What is that?
Hi.
What is going on?
I don't know, but it's hilarious.
Look, I think it's kind of hard to say that we're not a match because you don't really know me at all. You don't know my personality.
You're right. I just feel like I really wasn't ready. It was not right that I just left you there, but I really couldn't think of anything to say. I feel really bad. I mean, I feel really bad because you guys are calling me, but I actually did really feel that bad. Like, no offense. You know, people sometimes just go on to hook up, and you know, you're just not my.
Okay, you know what? You're not going to go out with me again. So why don't we just get to know each other right here, right now?
Oh, what?
Over the phone?
Right. What does that mean right here, right now?
I think I know what it means. Turn the volume up on both your ends, please. Thank you.
Okay, you want to do a quick phone date?
What?
Yeah, look, I mean, I get it. I'm not the most handsome guy, but if you just got to know me a little better, maybe there could be something more here.
How are you not angry at her?
Not laid, bro.
Why are you trying to make them mad at each other?
I just don't understand. Like, because she's just that was so heartless.
Again, really, I think you're great. You really are a great salesperson. I mean, you don't give up. But I just think that I'm really not ready. I feel like I want more of a hookup type of situation at this point.
All right.
There it is, Brooke.
Well, I think I have more to offer than just the physical. You know, I have connections.
Connections? To what?
What does that mean?
Well, you like music?
Oh, you get free concert tickets every once in a while? Is that
Do you like the band Train?
Train?
My uncle is their manager, and he used to take me backstage to all their shows, and we travel around with him. I could take you.
Oh.
Take
he
you
could
on a
take
train.
you
For
on a
real?
train tour to all the local casinos.
Your manager's honestly, or sorry, your uncle's honestly the manager of Train?
Yeah.
They
And
do county fairs too, Brooke.
Jeffrey's so excited. Maybe he can
I'm
finally
perked
get
up.
his music career off the ground.
No,
Hey,
I'm.
drops of Jupiter.
They're a good show, okay? And Jessica, I would definitely reconsider.
For Train?
For Train, if nothing else.
Oh, God.
we could go to the Grammys if a song gets nominated.
That's
Oh,
okay.
If it gets
If a Train song gets nominated.
Train gets nominated.
once every 20 years.
I mean,
I did listen to them in middle school.
he sold me, but I don't know if he sold you.
Could go to the Grammys.
We would love to offer to send you and Brandon out on another date, and we'll pay for it.
I really would just prefer to listen to your radio.
I'll take that. That's good for me.
We love that too.
Brandon, I am so sorry.
I've never in my life had a girl turn me down to meet Train before, so this is really shocking.
You know what, Brandon? I'll go with you to a Train concert, okay?
Yep.
And I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I mean, as a friend date, sure.
Wow.
Jeffrey got rejected. I have a feeling we're going to be playing more Train on this station.
Please, God, no.
Yeah.